Hello, my name is Stephen Watiti. I'm a medical doctor working here at the Mild May Center. I'm married to Naomi and we have 5 children. Now, as I mentioned, I'm a medical doctor, but I also have HIV. I've been living with HIV for over 20 years. That's why I decided in the last 3 years, I've been here at the Mild May for the last 3 years, to do HIV/AIDS work, to work specifically with people who have HIV/AIDS because of what God did for me. In 2000, I became very, very sick. I had TB, and that was the 5th time I was having TB. I had meningitis, and I had cancer called sarcoma at the same time. But by God's grace, I'm alive, and I attribute this to a miracle. When I became sick, of course, there is that bargaining feeling, really, this is not fair. God, this is not how you treat friends after being faithful to you all this time. There are many people, and many Christians who have HIV. But many of them go on to die without being helped because they can't speak up and they ask for help, even for prayer, because they can't. You have to tell them people a problem. If there is an engine that spreads HIV in my country, I think stigma is the fuel that is running it. So if we are to deny this engine, if I may call it, the fuel, by more education, talking to people about this disease, and some of us who, like me, and my other colleagues, I know there are other colleagues, doctors, who are also on ARVs. I know they are there because, but because of fear, they can't speak out. There are many people, even politicians, business people, who are doing quite well on these drugs. If we came out and be able to speak openly, like people speak about diabetes, we would demystify this disease. I personally believe that the church is better positioned than even government to fight this disease. One, the people come to church voluntarily. They even pay to come to church, instead of being paid to come to church. So the church leaders really are in a better position to fight this disease. So, but the problem is that most church leaders are also ignorant. They need to be educated. So my appeal is to the church leaders is find out as much information as possible about HIV and know what you can do. Encourage voluntary counseling and testing amongst your people. Then even if it means praying, I believe in prayer, but pray with knowledge and understanding. Because if you don't know the magnitude of the problem, then you just pray general prayers. But if you can pray for Stephen, who has HIV, who is needing money for ARVs, who maybe wants to get married, maybe wants a child, those are the sort of prayers that I believe will be answered. And even when I look in history, you realize that there are many evils that have visited, our humanity. For example, the problem of slave trade. And I look, when you read in history, you find that it was Christians who were at the forefront. I believe even this one, HIV, which has dehumanized people so much. And I think it dishonors God. Because I believe anything that dehumanizes human beings dishonors God. We should be able to be at the forefront.